What's up, fam? It's your boy Demuir here, purveyor of all sounds underground. Thank you for joining me on my YouTube channel today. I'll be discussing the topic of the 5 things I will not repeat in my career, mistakes I've made that I definitely wouldn't repeat upon reflection of them. Some of the things I just cannot believe I've done. But before we jump into things, what I need from you is that SLC. Hit subscribe, like, comment, and more importantly, hit the notifications bell to stay in touch with the new videos that we have up and coming. And point number 1 is engaging in other people's ego. This is bound to happen when you decide to do anything extraordinary and that goes against the grain or something new that you're bringing to the table that excites everyone, especially in the music game. It's bound to bring certain egos out to come and play. And I made the mistake of engaging in the most negative egos that are out there. You know, you probably heard this quote in various forums different times, but it's basically, you know, along the lines of when you have 2 people arguing over a certain amount of time, it's hard to figure out who started it, and as a result it tarnishes both of your reputations as a result of all of the bitterness and infighting. So that being said, it's something that I try to avoid on an ongoing basis unless, you know, someone steals your fucking music. And point number 2, when I think about this, it's super stupid and I can't believe that I actually did this. And some of these models still exist today, which is the pay to play model, either in, you know, the typical local gigging scene or even at a broader base international scene when you have these platforms that have tons or thousands of followers, so to speak, which are paid followers for the most part, say, yeah, if you want a DJ and you want some exposure, come to us, but you got to pay X amount of dollars, and on top of that, drop our content in your mixes to beef up our brand even more because it's on our platform. Some of these things are legit, but for the most part, what I'm talking about is just the actual benefit, and I really saw none. There's nothing better than investing in yourself, and in this case it would be to invest in building and growing your own platform. Why pay someone else to continue growing and adding somewhat of a level of credibility to their platform and then splash their brand all over your unique asset in order for them to benefit more than you? It just doesn't make sense. So skip pay to play if you ever come across it. Point number 3, this is what I call homeboy or homegirl connects. And what I mean by this is you got a friend that says they got a friend that is a professional in the music industry and can help you out with all sorts of stuff. And if you don't ask the right questions, you will be screwed at the end of the day because you're dealing with friends and business. And unfortunately, I seen this coming, and you know, I say unfortunate because it was a complete and utter waste of my time. The only value I got from it was just learning that it's something I don't want to do. So when a manager says, oh, I got a friend that's a really good agent, and they're just friends, and at the end of the day that fucking agent doesn't do anything but spend your money and not get you any gigs at the end of the day, it's time to exit that relationship. It is a complete waste of your time, and that is one example. This comes in various shapes and forms where people would say, I got a person that is a lawyer, and that person tries to take all of your publishing, and then you're saying, wait a second, none of this makes sense. But then they say, oh, it's my friend, I've known them for a while. But when you ask the deeper and more penetrating questions in terms of, well, how long have you done business with this individual? How have they been able to pay you? Are they consistent? Where did you meet this individual? What's their integrity like? And all of those things that you need to ask, you know, are total watchouts for you. And as a result, by any means, I try to avoid any friendship sort of business engagement. It just doesn't work most of the time. And point number 4 is what I call adding saturation. So in my come up, you know, you feel as a new artist, you have so much to prove. You got to be out there on social media. You got to, you know, be front and center with having something new come all of the time. And I fell victim to this very quickly. I think in 1 month I put out like 3 or 4 EPs, which was just a stupid move, because when I did that, that, I pretty much took away any potential exposure from all of the EPs involved. And it was just all about me thinking, well, I got to get this out there, and not thinking about building relationships with labels, making strong connects for remix opportunities later on, and just letting releases breathe so people could, adequately consume your music, understand what your sound is about, and then understand what true consistency looks like, rather than putting 4 EPs out in 1 month and then taking another 2 months off and then hitting them with 3 more. It just doesn't make any sense to add to what is already a saturated industry. And point number 5, which is probably, in my opinion, one of the most important points in this video, which is other people's opinions, giving them any space or any type of weight in your psyche or consciousness at any point in time. I'm glad I learned this one quickly, and I'm glad I'm stuck to my guns and not giving 2 shits about what other people think about me, my music, how I spend my time, where I invest it, the things I go after. There's just no point in it, because you cannot control other people necessarily, nor the opinions that come out of their mouths. So why even spend any time engaging in it or allowing it to affect you in any manner? Most people respect people who don't give a shit about what other people gotta say. So I highly recommend it to be something you put in your toolbox. And there you have it. Those are my thoughts on the 5 key things that I would not repeat in my career upon brief reflection. Let me know your thoughts on this one, and if the video was helpful to you or not. I'd really appreciate hearing from you. I usually join a conversation within 48 hours of posting these videos. And again, the conversation does not stop here. We got a growing Discord community, which I'm super happy about, and the people that it attracts and the conversations that happen there. And if you want a little bit more exclusive content from myself, we are at over 60 plus episodes of my weekly production stream that is only available on Patreon, amongst promo material and other exclusive bits you ought to check out. Much love and respect to you. Peace.